Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So it's Friday, so we've got a new Galactic challenge thrown upon us. This time we're taken to Death Star where we have to face a squad of rebels, namely it's Mon Mothma and her rebel fighter gang, and you have to obviously complete 4 feats and one of them requires you to do it with full first order squad. So really first as always I'll cover the mechanics and modifiers for this event, then I'll show you the teams and the mods that I used and explain how those teams work. And then here I really want to highlight here 2 teams. So one team I will be completing 3 out of 4 feats. So be the turn meter removal feat, win battle and win battle without losing a unit. And then obviously there's a first order squad there that you need to complete with full first order team to get a max rewards. Obviously if you got Supreme with a Caloran, that won't be an issue. However, I did find a team that works with Zeta Phasma lead without Supreme with a Caloran that works as well, so I'll show that as well. Alright, so let's just jump into it. And let's have a look first at the modifiers here. So because we're on Death Star, we got Volatile Energies Global Modifier, and essentially what this will happen, every time any unit takes a turn, they will gain 5% stacks of energy, and once those percentage of stacks come to 100%, then that unit, any unit can then use this ability to instantly defeat the target. Obviously, when you battle this, you want to ensure that the enemy doesn't use that ability before you do, so just keep an eye on that counter, because especially with the first order squad there, this will be very important because it will allow us to instantly defeat an enemy. So it's a really good global modifier. Obviously you just need to keep an eye on it. And then in terms of the player modifier here, I don't know, I don't find it all particularly useful, to be honest. But whenever first order ally will gain advantage, they lose critical chance and gain stacking critical damage. Oh well, it's okay, I guess. Every little bit of helps. And obviously what rebels get is that they could get to attack again if they score a critical hit, and then there's always a chance for multiple attacks. And you know, with their Mon Mothma, they'll be anyway assisting lots of attacks, so definitely, you know, rebels have one of the best modifiers in my opinion. Alright, so as mentioned before, here we'll be facing a Mon Mothma team with Pow, Wedge, got Kara in there and Chirrut. And now let's look at the feats here. So obviously need to complete the battle with a full first order squad. Now again, if you got Spinning Caloran, this should be straightforward. But if you don't, you know, I did manage to get Zeta Phasma lead work. And then you've got a win after removing 400% turn meter from enemies. Now here we got quite a few options. Obviously the last time I did it with the Ray Jedi Training Resistance Squad. That works really well. Probably also C-less rebels, you've got turn meter removal there, could work. Then obviously a Saj lead, Vader lead, so it's lots of options here really depending what you've got here. And then flawless victory, complete the battle without losing a unit, which again, you know, it's not that hard. So probably the only one that's challenging is going to be completing with full first order squad if you don't have Supreme Caloran. But anyway, let's first show you the fun one here, so the one for removing turn meter, and then I'll go into the first order afterwards. Let me show you the team that I will use to complete 3 of the non-first order specific feats. So I'll go in with the Vader lead here for the turn meter removal. So he's a Relic 7, he's a 253 speed, then got Relic 4 Basti here. So she's at 301 speed. Then got Thrawn, Relic 6, 305 speed. Then I want to use my Moff Gideon just for fun here. He's a Gear 8, 4-star, and the reason why I will use him is because obviously Vader's lead will have turn meter removal as well, but you know, a bit of extra turn meter removal here, just make sure that we really get 400% turn meter, because his controller situation ability will remove 100% turn meter from all enemies. And I got Relic 4 on my Darth Revan, also some speed on him, so he's at 320. And that's it really, so now we are ready to jump in. Alright, here we go. So we need to keep an eye out on Volatile Energy, it's at 5% there. I'm just going to start with Merciless here. And target Chirrut, so he doesn't counter attack. Do a round of basics here. There we go, basics. Do you know what? Let's see if we can do a nice big hit on Wedge there. It wasn't critical hit. Now Kara's got a high turn meter, so let's apply Fear on her and Mon Mothma. Now I can go ahead here. Okay, so they are feared, so they will not take a turn. So let's just go ahead and Fracture Chariot now. And then also apply Fear on Pow. There we go. So Chariot is fractured. Right, so now we can actually use control the situation here, remove turn meter. There we go. Now let's use Force Crush again, apply more debuffs, some shocks. Okay, Armor Shred. Here we go. Just keep going after Kara here. Alright. We have almost volatile energy ready to be used here. Couple of more turns. Okay. Do you know what? Fine, let's just get rid of Kara actually. Okay. And another round of Merciless here. I think we should have enough here to take out Chariot. Excellent. And then do a Force Crush over here. Basic over there. Another basic there. And let's now swap turn meter with a Darth Revan, so we can do another round of Fear here, so Mon Mothma doesn't get a turn. More Fear here with Basti. And maybe finish off Pow there. There we go. Throw Culling Blade there. And we just need to finish off Pow before Mon Mothma gets a turn. There we go. And that's it. So there we go. One team here with the Gear 8 4-star Moff Gideon was able to complete 3 out of 4 feats. So just a fun team here to use. So now let's get into the slightly trickier feat if you do not have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Alright, so for the full First Order team feat, obviously if you have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren as mentioned before, this should be that easy. But if you don't, I did manage to find a team here. If you do have Zeta on Phasma lead, I was able to get it work quite consistently with this team over here. I've tried like Kylo Ren and Musk lead, I tried Hux lead, but these rebels, once they get a turn, they do a lot of damage, and that's where Captain Phasma comes into play, because you have Zeta on her lead. Whenever First Order allies have advantage, they will not be able to be critically hit, which means, you know, they'll be able to hang around there, take a few hits, and allow you to win the battle there. So that's pretty good if you have Zeta on her. Very useful. Then obviously her Victory March gives turn meter an advantage, because remember, as soon as you have advantage, you can't be critically hit. And with her Zeta also, worth mentioning, you will start already the battle with advantage. Okay, and I did mod her for speed there, so she's at 288. And then my Kylo here, Relic 7, I have him modded for defense and health. So there you go, that's his health pool right there, some speed, and let me show you his armor. Because from his unique, every time he's hit, he'll recover 8% health. That's why you want to have him modded for health. And because he will have advantage up most of the time, they won't critically hit him. So he'll be able to, you know, hang in there and tank for you. And as well, another thing from his unique again, whenever he takes damage, and you know, a random First Order ally will gain advantage for 2 turns. So again, another source of advantage here. And Hux, have him modded for speed, so he's at 321. And what's good about Hux is that both of his specials here have a cooldown of 3. So keep that in mind when I'm talking this. I'll get to it, but it's only both his special cooldowns of 3. So that's important. And then here we got First Order Officer, and why is important to mention that cooldowns on both actually Hux and First Order Officer are only 3, both of their specials, because Spinning Shot, when you use it, it will reduce cooldowns on First Order allies by 1. And when you got cooldowns of 3, both characters here only on their specials, it means once you Spinning Shot, you will reduce, you'll be able to keep using specials back to back, which is pretty powerful, especially from Hux. He's got Mass Assist, Dispel, and as well as he can then give bonus turn to somebody, and if he's got advantage, also reset their cooldowns. So there's a lot of, you know, resetting cooldowns here, reducing cooldowns between First Order Officer and Hux. Okay, so here we go, and let me show you the mods. Well, you know, modder for speed, so he's at 316. And then finally, First Order Executioner, he's here to do damage for you. So I'm modding for damage here, and some speed, so he's at 242, and that's his physical offense there. And obviously, you know, what he brings is, whenever he scores a critical hit, then First Order allies gain 10% turn meter. So he really be kind of as well there to help fuel turn meter to your team as well, because without OG Kylo there, you know, you don't have a lot of turn meter gain. So he does it from basic, so it's pretty cool. And that's really the team here. So let me just show you now. I have 3 battles here, just to show you that, you know, I wasn't lucky to complete it once. I think it took me about 20 minutes to get the 3 attempts done, so it's not as hard as it seems if you get this team set up the way I do. So let's now just jump into the battle. Alright, here we go. Luckily, the guys on there are quite slow. So first, I just like to go out on Kara, because here when we call with Hux everybody to assist, Kylo Ren and Musk will apply tenacity down on her. And as you can see, Kara, she's probably the quickest on their team, so you really want to keep her under control. And with that tenacity down, it will allow us, hopefully, to remove her turn meter from her, because you don't want her to get her AoE out that will remove your turn meter. Okay, and then here use pinning shot, and pinning shot, when it removes turn meter from the enemy, it will also boost turn meter to your guys. And as well as mentioned before, it will reduce cooldowns. Okay, and now Phasma can use Victory March for more turn meter here, and then let's stun Wedge. And here I'm just going to use basic for now with Executioner. Then here when Hux comes into play, he's got advantage, which means when he uses his special ability here, it gives bonus turn. He will also reset cooldowns, which means that Phasma can use Victory March again, more turn meter for you. And here we can now pass turn over to Executioner, use his special that removes turn meter. Down there they get to go, that's okay. So you're stuck behind Kara for the time being. And see, Hux is able to use back-to-back special abilities, and that's all thanks to First Order Officer's spinning shot that's reducing cooldowns. So you get Kara almost out there. Let's do an AoE here. Kara's gone. Here we go. So let's start working on Wedge there. See if we can remove turn meter. Excellent. And then again, reset cooldowns on Phasma. Another Victory March. More turn meter. Let's stun over there on Chirrut. Finish off their Wedge. And whenever Executioner with his special attack defeats an enemy, he gains 80% turn meter. So that's pretty good. So he will get another turn here. Now Volatile Energy is ready to use, so let's just defeat Chirrut with that. And we just have to take care of Pow now. Okay, here we go. Oh, she brought back Wedge. Okay. Let's go over to Hux. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on, guys, hang in there. So as you can see, you know, the advantage up there really helping Kylo to stay alive. So he can't be critically hit while he has advantage. Oh, almost got Wedge out of there. Okay, the assist there from Phasma got him. And go another mass attack. And Pow is gone. There we go. So that's the first battle here that I want to show you how complete. So let me show another one. Same thing. Go after Kara here. Reduce her turn meter. Victory March. More turn meter for your team. Stun on Wedge. First attack, let's just use basic. Reset Phasma's cooldown, so we get to use another Victory March here. Pass over to Executioner, just a basic attack for now. Okay, then they get to go. That's fine. Stuck behind Kara for now. Hux here, we call everybody to assist. Almost got Kara out, actually. She's in the yellow. Let's remove some turn meter from her. And Executioner here should be able to finish her off. There she goes. Hux here again, resetting cooldowns on Phasma. We use Victory March again. See if we can remove some turn meter from Pow. Excellent. Then get a stun on Chirrut over there. Volatile Energy is online and ready to be used. I'm just thinking about it. Do you know what? We are still good here. Let's take out Pow maybe here. There we go. And now let's use volatile energy on somebody here. Take out Chirrut. Okay. Go after Wedge now. So when we take Wedge out, this suite's going to be over. Again, reset cooldowns on Phasma. Booster meter. Big hit here. Oh, it wasn't critical hit. Let's pass turn back over to Executioner. Mass assist here. And there we go. Another victory here. So as you see, the Zeta Phasma here works really well. If you put this team around her, if you don't have Supreme Healer Caloran, you know, there is a way to beat this without him. Like I said before, I tried Hux lead, I tried Caloran and Musk lead, but you know, once those rebels get turned, they were hitting really hard. Chirrut could literally one-shot anybody that's not Caloran and Musk because they were all critically hitting. But with Phasma lead, you obviously get that, if you have Zeta on her lead, you do get that critical damage immunity when you have advantage, and most of the times there's so much source of advantage on your team that's, you know, you should be able to win this. Alright guys, hope you find this video useful, helpful, and most importantly fun and entertaining. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.